Welcome back to the Gridiron Grind with Andrew and Lance. It's been a minute, and that's because my good friend Lance had some really exciting news. He's got another baby girl.
Andrew, it's pretty crazy to have another kid. I really thought I was going to reach the point where everything feels like I'm in control. There's no surprises, there's no odd feelings. But yeah, man, they we went to the hospital, they let me go home with another kid. It's so weird. I don't know.
You're like, are you
I
sure I don't got to
can
sign anything? Or...
it, it just is weird. It's when they call you, I mean, because I know you know this, but like when they call you
hmm
dad, it's like,
hmm
wow, that's weird. Did they mean
hmm
me? Me, you're talking to me.
hmm
But yeah, we got to go home with our baby girl and she's doing really good. Um,
That's awesome. Congratulations, really.
thank you. Yeah, it's been really good. Let me um, here. We'll just put that one. Oh, not gonna let me do it. Here. Oh, I guess it won't let me show it. I will do it on our next episode.
Okay. Okay, we'll get picture
So
time.
but I promise I will show those pictures in the next episode.
Okay.
So
Hey, that's a
she's
teaser
doing
to come
good.
back. Come
She's
back to the
doing
next
good.
episode.
She's doing great.
That's awesome.
Um, yeah, I just got to open up a permission thing and I'd have to stop the episode. But I
Gotcha.
promise I will share more of those. And she's doing good, man. She's doing great. She's such a
That's
great little
great.
girl. Um, the crazy part is I think that we've talked about this before, but it's crazy how helpless as a dad you can feel sometimes with your newborn, right?
hmm
Because they are just totally dependent on mom, and you are kind of just along
hmm
for the ride. The occasional diaper change, the
Yep,
occasional,
supporting.
hey, can
Hmm
you please hold her or him for like two
hmm
minutes so I can go do X, Y, and Z?
Yep.
But when it comes time to eat, you become irrelevant again. It's just there's nothing you
hmm
can do. Um, it's such a weird feeling to not to be helpless, right? Like I can't do anything to
Right.
make this process easier. I cannot do anything to make things go smoother. So, but man, props to all moms out there.
All
You
moms
know,
everywhere, we appreciate you.
hey, amen.
You are the true warriors.
From the whole carrying a baby to delivery to breastfeeding to, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going.
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
a big mama's boy. Everyone can know that proudly that I love my mom and how much she's done for me in my life. And
hmm
but yeah, just amazing what moms do for their kiddos. They make
Yep.
sacrifices all day, every day. So yeah, but
Yep, they sure do.
yeah,
Mother's Day is
but you
coming up
guys,
soon.
oh yeah, that's true. You got any fun
hmm
plans in mind for Mother's Day?
Not yet, but the planning is going to be starting very soon because this is my wife's first Mother's Day where she's actually a mom. So it's going to be special.
That's awesome. Good for you, man. Yeah, how's your
hmm
kid doing?
He's doing great. He's growing. He's big. He's starting to really show his personality. He's starting to sit up a little bit. He's a little wobbly, but he's starting to sit up a little bit. He's a
Okay,
talker, just rah, 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 all the time, laughs all the time. He's awesome.
that's good. Good for
hmm
you guys. Yeah, it's crazy how much they grow in that first year.
It is. It
Um,
is. I mean, it's just like you turn around, it's like, you're bigger, aren't you? He sure is.
have you have you I'm not proud of this, Andrew, but have you ever had those moments in life where you've realized that you've taken up too much space on your phone and it's time to go through and clean out photos?
I've gotten close. My wife has done it hundreds of times.
So I am 100% guilty of this, and I try my hardest to not fall victim to it, but it just
Hmm.
happens. It happens. And so
Yep.
the reason I bring that up is this week I went through and I really started to clean out and realize like
Hmm.
I have got to get serious about this. So I did, and it was crazy, man. I was going through and looking at just how much my little boy has changed. And, you
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
because I have two kids now, and my oldest is, just a little over three, but like looking at it, first month, second month, third month, fourth month, fifth month,
Hmm.
and the changes are just incredible.
Hmm.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It is.
So,
It is. And my second youngest now, used to be my youngest, but now my second youngest, he's a huge sports fan, a huge Chiefs fan. In fact, he watches our show. Hello, Austin. He's, I mean, I call him for like an hour sometimes and we just talk football left and right. And he's going to turn 13 this year and he is just entranced in football. It's kind of awesome.
good for him.
Hmm. But
This
he's a
is,
Chiefs fan, so we got to have a conversation.
I mean, there's worse choices you can make with your life.
That's true. That's true. He could be like a Bears fan or a Packers fan or a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, Cowboys is at the top of the list for me.
Hmm.
Just yeah, I don't even
Hmm.
under. Um, Speaking of, Dallas land, another piece of news that I was keeping a track of. We've mentioned the NBA a little bit. Did you see that interview by the GM of the Mavs this week?
Oh, I didn't know it could be that big of a deal. And he still has a job?
He can't keep the job after that, right? I
He,
felt like
he
that was
shouldn't.
he should have worn a shirt that says "Please fire."
Hmm.
Please go ahead and terminate me. Let me go. Let me go find a hole to crawl into.
Hmm. That was
Oh,
horrible.
so I only mention that because, man, what a time to be a Dallas fan. What a
Hmm.
time. Your two biggest teams are just flopping as
Hmm.
much as possible. Uh,
Because they have horrible ownership.
isn't that crazy though? How much ownership makes all
Yep,
the difference?
it
You
really
know,
does.
um, because like look at the Browns and with the whole
Mm,
Deshaun Watson situation, and
mm,
I don't know, Andrew, if they're ever going to recover from that. Like it might be 10 years before they truly recover from such a horrible decision.
hmm.
Um, yeah, it's just incredible. So I just
Yeah.
my heart almost never goes out to Dallas fans, but truly, my heart goes out to Dallas fans right now because, man, whatever someone in your fan base did to get this type of voodoo magic on your whole
Hmm.
fan base, it's not fair. Just absolutely horrible. Um,
Hmm.
so,
But you know
uh,
who we don't give our hearts out to? That's Aaron Rodgers.
oh,
No
yes,
good hard
absolutely.
feelings for him.
No, no.
He's very whiny, very defensive. Now he's saying that, oh no, I didn't reach out to the Vikings. I'm not looking to go there. I'm open. I might retire. I might still play. I don't know. I'm just here. He sounded so sad, so depressed, and that's because nobody wants him. He's alone finally, and that is kind of sad, honestly, but it's his own doing. Nobody wants him.
Well,
He's washed. Just go retire
yeah.
and go on your darkness retreats.
Well, I mean, think about, we can't possibly go back and act like something didn't happen. But imagine if everyone could
Hmm.
rewind their clocks back 5 years and Rodgers had decided to retire.
Hmm.
How different the perception would be of him would be
Hmm.
astronomical. I mean, the views wouldn't be anywhere near the same, or there would be near as
Yep.
much resentment. And
Yep.
um, I think I don't think I've mentioned this in other episodes, but one of the big misnomers about Rodgers, I think that gets put out there is, people get wrapped up into political debates, and that's why people don't like
Hmm.
Rodgers and whatever. That's a part of it. Sure,
That's
we
it.
can dig
Yeah.
into that.
Yeah.
But the
Hmm.
problem with him is he acts like there's a double standard because he's some elite player that these same um, standards or like,
Hmm.
thresholds that other players have to reach, I don't have to reach because
Yep.
I'm above that. I'm better than that.
I'm
You need me more than.
Rodgers. Hmm.
And this whole idea that you're better than other people is, like it's crazy. I mean,
Has he
really,
seen the last 2 years he's played? He looked awful.
well,
His
and
last year with the Packers, he was bad. And then he got hurt. Okay, that happens. But then he was healthy and he still looked bad.
right, right.
So,
Well, and it just feels like that the moment for humility just has never come. Because
mhm.
I remember, I think it was 2 years ago when once Carson Wentz was playing for the Rams, but a player came up to him.
Okay.
It was some reserve player, but told him like how cool it was to meet a former, second place MVP candidate finisher, Super Bowl winning quarterback. Right? Like that's kind of like what the guy
Yeah.
said to him.
Yeah.
And his thought was is like I'm nobody. Like my career's descended. Like I'm glad to be here, but like
Hmm.
I'm just another guy like you. And you could tell that even though he's never had like a come out moment in public, like he has definitely changed his demeanor of like realizing
Hmm.
I really let this opportunity slip away from me. And I just don't feel
Yeah.
like that moment's ever come for Rodgers. And it's like,
Yep. And it
what
probably
does it
won't
take?
because he's too prideful. He's too all about him. All about him.
Well, like, and the Jets had Zach Wilson at one point, right? Well, whoever thought it was a good
Hmm.
idea to bring in Aaron Rodgers to help him become a better quarterback? Wilson to become a better quarterback.
Hmm.
Why? Why would you want
Hmm.
that? Like, I mean, Joe Flacco, Case Keenum.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, we could go down the list. Jameis Winston, Russell
Hmm.
Wilson. I mean, there's so many other quarterbacks I would put way above the list because of the moral character, the locker
Right.
room presence. Like that's what matters. A
Yep.
backup quarterback can't make you make do better at reading or like doing with their things with timing or throwing better passes
Hmm.
or not being careless with the football. But they could teach you a lot about mental fortitude,
Hmm.
humility, being more patient, maybe being more aggressive if that's right. So yeah, man, just what a colossal
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah. And now in that interview with McAfee, he was saying that, oh, he doesn't have to get paid 30 million. He'd take 10 million. If that was the case, he'd be on a team right now. The Steelers would
Yeah,
pay
no
him
way,
10 million right now.
no
They
way.
would. Yeah, but that's not what he's taking. He's needing much more than that. That was a bold-faced lie. That was just him trying to make people feel sorry for him. And I'm sorry, it's not working. It's not working.
Well, for us, that's not working for us, Andrew.
True. I think most of America, though. I think we're not in the minority on this one.
Hopefully, I would hope people have wised up
Hmm.
about this and realized,
Yeah,
you
I
know,
think he's still in the back of his mind and his deepest parts of his little Aaron Rodgers heart is wanting JJ McCarthy to fail. He's wanting him to fail and go to Minnesota, go to his friend O'Connell, which I believe they're friends because O'Connell loves quarterbacks. He just talks to them all, and Rodgers is like same age as him, so I'm sure they're friends. That makes a ton of sense, but that's what he's holding out for. And I'm sorry, but it ain't happening. My boy McCarthy, he's not gonna let it go. In fact, I'm wearing his shirt right now. That's right.
I thought that's what you were wearing. I was like,
Uh-huh.
no, he's not wearing some Vikings jersey for this episode, but no. All right, I
Hmm.
like the
This is
boldness.
this is our Vikings Eagles mock draft episode,
I like
baby.
the
Let's do it.
boldness. Well, Andrew, we should probably get into our draft, mock draft. But before we do, I had one other topic like around
Yes,
the league that I wanted to cover.
let's do
Um,
it.
this is college based, and it kind of pains me that I'm
Hmm.
bringing up a college issue, but I feel like it matters. Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
but Colorado has chosen to retire both of their star players' jerseys,
Hmm.
and
Hmm. Yeah.
I just don't know what to think of it. I mean, Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders have been phenomenal players for their program.
Right.
They did
Right.
they did a lot of great things, but
But give it time.
well, I
You
mean, like I didn't even realize this. Tim Tebow's jersey hasn't been retired yet for the University of Florida.
Florida. Mm.
Like, how could you
Mm-mm.
go in before Tim Tebow? And people are going to put in the NFL experience. That's fine, but
That's not what it's about.
it's a
That's
total different
yeah,
Tim
not
Tebow.
what it's
Like, it's
about.
not the same.
College football, he was the best player in college football for like 2 seasons.
He was incredible. He was incredible. Or
Hmm.
Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck hasn't had his jersey retired at Stanford, but he
Hmm.
was a phenomenal quarterback for Stanford.
Yep.
Like, the program definitely had a before Andrew Luck, after Andrew Luck mark to it in terms
Oh
of the
yeah.
recruiting, in terms of the coaches that were
Hmm.
coming there, the type of schedules they were getting. Um, but well, and the other part too is for their spring game, they chose to do the retirement. Are we serious? Like,
Yep.
you can't figure out a way to get them
Yep.
there to the stadium when they have their off weeks. They have to be done together.
Hmm.
Eh,
And I even heard some of the ex-Colorado players that had their jerseys retired speak up and say, "Hey, we really appreciate what those two guys, what Hunter and Sanders did, but we don't really think it's good for them to get retired, have their numbers retired right after their season. Give it some time." And that's 100%. Should number two, and I forgot what Sanders Shitter's number was, but should both of those numbers be retired at some point? Maybe. It's possible. They were really good players, really good seasons, but not right away. That to me, that's way too fast. Give it a little time.
well, and I wanted to look up his Shadur's record because I think he was 12 and 13 or 13 and 12, right? It was not, yeah,
Yeah, something like that. Colorado was a little over 500, but not by much. So yeah.
13 and 12 in the 2 years.
Hmm.
That's not great. That's not.
Yep. And I know their teams had big holes. Like um, Dion did a good job of getting Travis Hunter and Shadur there. Of course, Shadur's his son, but their O line was bad. They didn't have a great defense, but still, the quarterback position counts the most for in any sport with any position. So if you're not winning, quarterback has the biggest fault in it. And if you are winning, quarterback is the um, biggest reasoning for that. They just count the most for the sport. And him going 13 and 12, but being most likely the second quarterback off the board, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, man. I'm not really. I guess I'm just looking at it as confused, really, really
Hmm.
confused. So curious what direction that program's going to go in, and what's that's going to mean for
Yep.
future prospects coming out of Colorado. So anyway, my antenna's up, looking at Colorado. I'm curious to see
Hmm.
what fallout we're going to see from this move. Um,
Hmm.
so I have to say I did enjoy Dion's comment of saying that if his last name wasn't Sanders, we wouldn't be talking about this. Have you heard that comment?
Hmm.
The best
Hmm.
response I saw in the comment section to it was, "You're right, we wouldn't be talking to it because the ceremony wouldn't be happening."
Right.
And
Right.
I thought that was funny.
Hmm. I
It,
can
it,
guarantee you that if it was just Travis Hunter and not Shadur Sanders in this draft as well, he wouldn't be retiring Travis Hunter's number. But since Shadur is in this draft too, he's like, well, let's do him. We're going to retire his number right now. Of course, let's get Travis as well because they're both my guys. But if Shadur Sanders wasn't going in the draft this year, I don't think they'd be retiring the numbers yet. It's all
well,
because his kiddo is going in the NFL.
and tying this back to the draft too, because I do think this does matter in a draft sense. There
Hmm.
was a report that came out with, and I think it was a coach that told someone from ESPN about how badly Shador Sanders did an interview. Did you hear about this?
I don't think I heard that one. I heard a different podcast that he was on, which is interesting for the draft, but I didn't hear that one.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it because I want to make sure that I'm not. It was an anonymous coach, and the longtime NFL assistant coach said his time with Sanders was the worst, and this is quote, the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life. He's so entitled.
Oof.
He takes unnecessary sacks. He
Oof.
never plays on time. He has horrible body language. He blames teammates, but the biggest thing is he's not that good. Close quote.
That's a good way to end the quote. He's just not that good.
I mean,
I like that.
one thing I will say, I hate anonymous quotes.
I
I
agree
hate
with
him.
that. That's scared. That's a little coward on there. Yeah, I agree.
If you have to tone it back, tone it back. But just
But put
say,
your name on there.
well, I mean, even if you just want to say the biggest thing is I'm not sure he's that good. Close quote. If that's all you want to say, interview
Hmm.
wasn't that great, but the big thing is I'm not sure he's that good. And that's all you want to say, then say it. But don't.
Yep. Yep. Don't
It's
hide.
just it's a pansy move to hide behind
Hmm.
a reporter and please push this out there and hurt his draft stock.
Hmm.
Uh, but at the same
Yep.
time, this is coming from Tom Pelissero. I don't know if you know Tom Pelissero or follow
Oh
him,
yeah. Oh yeah.
but
He's great.
he's pretty tapped in. In
Hmm.
fact,
I
one
think he
one
lives in
under
Minnesota actually.
okay.
Yeah.
One underrated key about Tom Pelissero that I love as far as a reporter, he is the best
Hmm.
at tracking down the financial numbers for all coaches.
Mm. Okay.
That is typically the national reporter that gets all the salary information. Like he knew how much Kellen Moore was getting paid as an offensive coordinator in Philadelphia.
Hmm.
Um, he knows how much Kellen Moore got by going to New Orleans to become the head coach. But I mean, that's just a couple examples that I know he's thrown out there. So I do think he's really tapped in. This doesn't feel like a one-off. I think this is a
Yeah.
trusted pool of people that he's
Oh
talked
yeah.
to.
Yeah. Pelissero, he doesn't just spread rumors or throw people under the bus just because he wants to. No, he's a reporter. He's not a rumor spreader. He gets facts. He's not like he's not like the athletic. I had to
throwing
do
a
it.
little
I had to do
throwing a
it.
little shade there. It's not the
Yeah.
athletic that you're talking about. You know who you're talking about, Andrew.
I know, but she's got enough flack this year, so I'm just gonna say the whole athletic because she ain't giving up. I don't know if you noticed, but she tripled, quadrupled down about it,
You
and I'm
know,
thinking, wow, just stop.
I have to give her due. I did not believe her on the whole tush push stuff, but it looks like she might have
Mm,
been right. And so she did save a little bit of grace for me on that. She went
okay,
all in.
yeah,
She went all in, which I thought was risky. Um,
mm-hmm,
but she did. I would say she saved face. It doesn't mean I trust
okay,
her, but she
mm-hmm,
saved face. It could have been a
mm-hmm,
like double strike, never trust you again type of scenario
mm-hmm,
because the last strike is it.
yep,
Um, but
yep. Well, I don't know. The
um,
Aaron Rodgers one might be worth three strikes.
well, let's let the whole cycle finish. Let's see how it all plays out. Let's go through the
Fair,
whole year.
totally fair.
Um, but based off this one comment for Sanders, uh,
Hmm.
I'm not liking his draft stock right now. Um,
Yeah.
I don't feel like you make this comment unless you feel comfortable that you're not alone in how you feel about this.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, so I think that's just something to watch tomorrow night. Maybe we see a little
Yeah.
free fall.
Yeah. And that kind of ties into something I heard today. But he was like on a podcast or being interviewed somewhere, and they're asking, "Who's your favorite quarterbacks?" Blah blah blah. And he was naming guys off, and then he said, "Who's your favorite receivers?" And blah blah blah. And I don't know how exactly how it went, but I think one of the questions was something like, "Who are your favorite duos, or who would you love to throw to?" And he named without hesitation George Pickens, DK Metcalf. And the people that were interviewing him like, well, is there something we need to know? And he didn't go any further, but you don't just say those names unless you know something. So I think there's a strong chance he slides down to 21, which for what was happening a month ago, that's a huge drop because he was supposed to go 3-9 at the latest and then to go all the way to 21. I kind of think that might be happening. I don't know. It just feels like that's something that could happen. And if there's any coach that can I don't want to say control Shador and keep him like under wraps, but if there's anyone that can at least tame him a little bit, it's Mike Tomlin. Look at what we did with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. So it might work. I don't know. They got a decent team, good defense, few weapons. If Shador has any kind of talent, I think Mike Tomlin can utilize it. So out of all the options where Shador could land, that might be the best for him. So we'll see. I'm still
I
not saying he's going
mean,
to be a great quarterback, but that's probably his best landing spot right out the gate. Because if he goes to the Giants, he's going to be washed in like 5 years. If he goes to the Saints, same situation with their cap stuff they're going through. But the
Yeah.
Steelers at least have been competitive all the time. They're
Mhm.
not they're not a Super Bowl caliber team, but they're always competitive. They're always right there on the playoff range. So I think that could be the best case scenario for him.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, I heard some news yesterday. There's a couple of reporters I follow that are pretty tapped in
Hmm.
for draft news, and they
Hmm.
think that the Steelers are going to go defense. That the Steelers have
Very
become
possible.
more unimpressed with the quarterback class as they've looked at it,
If
and
they
will
were
most
smart, they
likely,
probably will. Shadur should go round two probably, or a team trade up from two, like the Browns or the Giants, who when they pick two or three, get their Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter, trade back up from top second round to bottom first. That would make sense.
yeah, agreed. I'll get into this one later because we'll get into it with trade value. But there's something interesting
Yes.
as far as like value of the end of first round picks that I'm in discrepancy against with
Okay.
journalists. I feel like that they're misinterpreting the true value of the end of first round picks, but we can talk about that later. Um,
Okay. I like it.
um, should we get into our drafts for our teams, Andrew? The
Let's
the
do
most
it.
important teams in the NFL, the only two
Oh,
teams that
yes.
truly matter.
Yes, the two that's going to be in the NFC Championship game for the next 20 years. Yes, absolutely.
I love it. Love it. Love the
Let's do
I
it.
love the confidence.
Let's do it. I'm going to get my screen shared here. We're going to do a 7 round mock of the two best teams in this league. Let's see here. Here we go. Excuse me. All right. Vikings at 24, Eagles at 32. Does anything else matter? We probably can just scratch the rest of these teams off and just do these two teams, right?
I like it.
Okay,
For the record,
let
Andrew, I've
me
already threatened all of our friends that are fans of other teams that if anybody selects Ashton Genty before the Eagles do, that they can write off their friendship with me. A very realistic demand.
Very realistic. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because he's definitely going to fall to 32. Okay. Do you want me to go turbo speed or are you wanting to look at possible trade ups for your Eagles?
Hmm. Now let's go turbo speed because we got another episode
Okay.
that we'll do with the full
That's fair.
32.
That's fair. Okay. I'm just going to start the draft, get to 24, and we'll kind of see what old PFF over here thinks everyone's going to go at. So let's get this started. Okay. Now we're at 24. Oh, look, looky here. What I just say? Shadur Sanders,
Uh,
Steelers. There's some steam on that. Let's go to the top. Let's see. Oh, that is not going to happen. Look at this. Number
man,
two.
if that happened, wow,
Wow.
that would be
And look at
crazy to see
Carter
Ashton there.
falling to 6. I mean, if the Raiders get Abdul Carter, they have the best defensive line in this league. That is insane. This I don't see any of this happening. That sure, that one sure, but man, this is wild. But that's the fun thing about PFF.
Wow.
It can be totally random sometimes.
Well, I mean, you've got Atlanta Falcon teams out there, Andrew, so we got to be ready for anything. You got to be ready
That's
for the Penix
true.
pick. Got to be
That's
ready.
very true. That's very true. Okay, let me get down here. Anything else crazy? Not really. Some
No,
some of the top
pretty
names.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah, just in weird spots. But yeah, like Will Johnson going to the Seahawks. They have two good corners already.
Has
That's
another running back
odd.
come off the board? I don't think so, right?
I yeah, I don't
No,
believe
I think it's just
so.
Genty.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
and
does
the
that mean
Broncos
something,
going
Andrew?
defense, and the Broncos going defense. That's crazy because they have one of the best defenses in this league. But Derek Harmon's a great player, so
Embarrasses
I
of
can't argue with
riches.
it.
I could see that.
Hmm. We don't have any trade offers. No one wants to trade up with us. Oh well. Should I stick and pick or should I trade? I might just do my trades for the next round. I think for this we're just gonna stick and pick. Let me see what we got.
Oh,
Okay,
Zabel's
there's my
there.
boy. Yep, my boy. Interesting. Now this is actually really difficult. There's three guys. Well, actually, there's like four guys that I want.
Marion
Let's
Hampton?
see. If we're going BPA, to me, he's up there in BPA. We don't necessarily need him. At least not this year. Now, in 2 years, 100%. He'd be phenomenal on our team when Aaron Jones is moved on, maybe retired. But right now, if we're wanting to win now, which I kind of think they are, I don't know if they go there. But if he falls to 24, I would not be upset if they drafted Hampton. That'd be awesome. Just get a crazy good player. Um, but I'm either looking at Walter Nolan, Luther Burden, or Gray Zabel. There's been a lot of mocks, so I want to go on a little soapbox here. A lot of mocks, a lot of the really good mockers, like the big names, like the Kuipers, like the PFF mocks, like some big names. A lot of their mocks have Minnesota taking a safety here, and I think that's really ridiculous. I don't see that happening at all because they like Theo Jackson. No one thinks Theo Jackson's going to be a good player in this league, I guess, that he's a starting caliber safety, but they really like him. Everyone's saying, oh, they lost Cam Bynum. They really need a safety. I don't know that we do, especially not the first round. So I just don't see it. If they draft like a corner, okay, I guess. But I think they're going either trenches or best offensive player available. And there's lots of options. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going Walter Nolan
You
because
suck.
I
Oh, I
mean,
hate
he
you.
is a phenomenal player.
Ugh.
He is so good. And would he start for us this year? Not necessarily, but he'd be in a really, really scary rotation. And we can live with our left guard being Blake Brandel. If you have one kind of average player on your line, but the rest of them are really good, totally, totally fine. So I'm going Walter Nolan.
You're the worst,
Okay.
Andrew.
Oh, Hampton went the. I mean, are they going to draft him when they already have their guy? I mean, this mock draft's been really strange.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. Can you go over to the
Yeah.
trade offers? Let's see who wants
Oh,
to
you
trade
got
up
some
with
trade
us.
offers. So I think the way this goes, you might not be able to see all the teams. Let me know if you can see the teams on here.
I can't. I
So
can
can
only
you
see
can
San
you see
Fran.
this list? Okay, so what we
Oh,
have, we have
oh.
San Fran at 43, Dallas at 44, Indy at 45, and Green Bay at 54. So we're all like mid to late second round. Do
Does
you want
it
to trade down that far?
go? Can we go back and look at who's available?
Yeah,
It's pretty steep. I mean, 11 picks.
it is kind of steep, yeah, but you might be able to get a steal as far as like draft compensation.
Who's available at
Who are
tight
you
end?
looking for? Tight end.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think.
those guys are second, third rounders pretty much.
Yeah, the stock is building on Mason Taylor, but I don't think that much.
Yeah,
Um,
not first round. Maybe late second, possible. I can see that,
yeah,
but yeah,
yep,
not
yep.
this high.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let's go back to the general list again.
gotcha.
There's a couple people here that I feel like that there's a possibility. Nick Scourton, the rumors around Nick Scourton are
Okay,
building.
okay.
James Pierce Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to figure out what would Howie do, right? Like that's what I'm trying to think in my head.
What would Howie do?
Um,
WWHD.
let's see. Can you scroll down a little bit more?
Absolutely.
Just don't see. I think Howie's going to stay put here. And
Okay.
let's go back up. I think he would go in this scenario. I think he would go for Nick Scourton. I think that's who he
Okay.
would go for.
I
He's
like
brought him in
it.
for a 30 visit. Um, he's
And you're
got a
about
lot
to
of
be back on the
potential.
clock because I'm not back until the end of the third. Let's see if
Uh,
there's any crazy things.
go.
Oh, I like Kyle Williams. I was really hoping he'd fall to me.
Can you go to the trade
But I
offers or the
thought,
trade section?
oh, you got one, looks like. And it's the Broncos at 85, Colin. It's not a huge drop, but it is a drop.
Mm, no, I think they're going to stay and pick here. Let's go back.
Okay.
Elijah Arroyo. That's
Oh,
who
this
my
is a
money's
good
on.
time. This is a good time for
Um,
that. Yep.
that's who I think would go in this scenario.
I like
I think that
it.
makes a ton of sense. So let's
Is that
go
who you
for
want to
it.
go with? Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Arroyo, here we go. You're an Eagle. Now you're on the clock again, and then I'm right after you.
And then that's it
So
for
you
your
got
draft,
three
right? You
trade
just go
offers.
twice.
What's
Um,
that?
oh, I'm just joking. I was just saying that you'll draft one more time and then that'll be it, right? Jalen Milroe's on the
He's
board.
still here. That makes sense, actually, but I don't think that's
Wow.
going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a
Wow.
first
If
round
he was
pick. He
on the
shouldn't be.
board, wow, that's crazy. Who's calling for
Yep.
trades?
You got
This is a
three
spot where I think we
here.
trade.
Okay, you got pick 100 for the Niners. That's not that far of a drop. And then 104 at Cleveland and 108 at Vegas.
Let's go to Cleveland.
Okay. So we'll say 96 and 104. What do you want to throw in there? What do you want to see? You want to see 179?
We're in the third round right now.
Yes, toward the end of the third. 104 is a fourth rounder.
I would say let's see if we can get a fourth round next year.
Fourth round next. All right. That's 84%.
And then let's throw back 164 to them,
Okay.
combine it with 200.
Oh, I think you can get more.
Trying to think what else I would throw in there.
This is 100%. Now you need to take more from them.
Hmm.
I would take off 164 and maybe
Make it
put
168.
168. That's still kind of
What if
lopsided.
we take it, pump it up to 192, 192? Now
Okay.
it's
That's
unlikely.
still
Still
that's still
likely. What if
very
it's
lopsided.
179? So what if we did 104,
That
179?
I mean, that's still kind of lopsided. What if you go another one? Oh, that's 53. See 261. That might be probably the closest right there. What do you think?
I like it. Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. Offer this trade up. They accepted. So you went from 96 to 104. You
Dude,
went from
that is like,
168 to 179, but you also picked up another pick and you got a round four next year.
love it.
All
Okay.
right. Now I'm on the clock. Ooh, I have two trade offers. I'm just gonna take a peek. The Raiders at 108, Panthers at 111. Let me see who's on the board here. Okay. Oh, I do like Danny Stunsman. Okay. I
On the
might take a
board.
look at one of these trades here. See what they got. No, 140. That's too much.
I'd go
About
for next year
140,
too.
46.
Yeah, I would throw don't throw 230 in there. Go next year instead of 230. I mean, you
I
can.
kind of want that 114 as well. Let
What
me
if,
try to play around here. Oh,
no, don't give him a fifth. Like the Philly six, that's a smart one to give
okay.
up.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
seeing
still not
something
there.
here.
Okay.
It's a 53. What if then we throw a 7? A 68.
Take off the six
Interesting.
now and then add the other six. Like add the Philly six. That's what I would do. Because your
Okay.
sixth round pick will be way more valuable next year, I would think.
Disrespectful.
I'm just telling you like it is, Andrew.
You're saying our sixth round pick's going to be a high six? Come on.
No, I'm just saying it's going to be a higher sixth.
Okay, we'll see about that. All right, 68%. Let's see what we can do. Okay, they accepted. All right, let's continue. All right, you're at 104 now.
Can you scroll down for me?
Absolutely.
Oh man, I was hoping. I think Tyler Batty's off the board now, right?
Um, Tyler Batty. I'm not seeing him.
Crazy, because I just saw him on your list. Can you go to Edge?
There he
Okay,
is.
not quite there.
Your
I
next
really
pick is at
134.
134. I don't know if he makes it there. He might.
No, let's go ahead. Let's go back to the main board. Let's see who else is up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Gotcha.
I think he might drop.
Okay.
Uh, I do. I've already got my. Yeah, there was Tyler Batty. It's just a little bit down the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you go to tackles for me? Just the tackles in general.
Offensive tackles.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
kind of just in another group. I think they could take Charles Grant. That one could make sense. Maybe go to guard
Okay.
or the inside offensive lineman.
Got them both up here now for you.
That's not even any better. Go to running back.
Devin Neal's a really good player.
Yeah, I think they're gonna pick someone else. That's why I'm.
Yeah.
Okay, go to safety. Let's go to that one. Let's check that one last, and then
All right. You got Mickens, Sanker, Billy Bowman.
let's go to trades. I'm not loving. There's a lot of people I'm seeing that'll be. I think will be on the board.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
drop down to
So
106. I like
we have
that.
the Patriots at 106. Then you have, ooh, then it's a big drop. Then it's Seattle at
Uh, we'll
137
just go
and
to. Let's just
Chicago
go
at
to.
148.
Let's just go to New England. So
Okay.
let's see here.
106
So
and
they got
104.
106.
Can you get the
Uh,
171? No.
really? Okay.
The
Uh,
220 and the 238, 84%.
what
Unless
about
you want
give me one of their sevens for next year.
to
Actually,
71.
let's do take
Well, this
off
is the Patriots.
238,
Okay.
take off 238, and then put back on around seven for next year, and then another and round six, and then
Ooh.
throw back us 216 to them. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I like it. So you're going down two spots, then you're going down four spots, but you're picking up two picks next year.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. They accepted.
perfect.
And Grant, Devonil and Grant's gone.
Yeah, I just there's someone else I'm thinking they would pick in that spot. Um,
Okay.
let's go Elijah Roberts right
All
here.
right. Some edge rush prowess from SMU. Okay. Oh, Stuntsman just left. Well, that wasn't my main guy I was looking at. I was hoping he'd be there, but wasn't my main guy. Harold Fana Jr. is going to be something, I think. People need to watch out for
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Okay, what do we got here? Okay, what are my trade offers? 119, 123, 128. Maybe. Maybe we'll go down to 123. Let's see what we can get. Okay, give me another pick. I like it. Let's get your seventh as well. No, that's a 50-50. I might just go with this. Call that good because
What
I
if
got
you
the
throw in the
114th coming up.
2027 seventh round pick?
Mine or theirs?
Theirs.
It's still a 58, so it's like I could try it. I guess we'll go ahead and try it. If they deny it, I'll take it off. Oh, they accepted. All right. Okay, I know who I'm picking at
You gotta
114 as long
squeeze
as
those
he's
extra
there.
picks in, Andrew, because it's gonna
Sometimes you
that's
do.
seven. High Roseman, it's gonna go from a
Oh,
seventh to
Tyler
a
Batty
sixth
just
to a fifth
left.
to a fourth. Oh, dang it. Okay.
Yep. But I know who I'm picking. I'm getting my safety depth with Billy Bowman Jr. In round four, a safety makes sense for Minnesota because they only have like four safeties right now, so they need to get a safety. That is important, but not a round one safety. And Billy Bowman is an athlete. He just runs everywhere on the field. He's kind of smaller, so that's the reason why he's not a top 2 to 1 round pick. But he is very talented, and he's going to fit that Flores system really well. And this actually lands perfectly for me because I am very tempted to get more D tackle depth. I love Ty Robinson, but I'm gonna just look at the board here just to see. Do need a guard at some point, possibly, and possibly a receiver. Let's see what we got at receiver. Okay. I'm not in love with all those. Let's see about running back. I think I can wait on that as well. I might just have to do it. Get me Ty Robinson. Let our defensive line be stacked with Walter Nolan and Ty Robinson. Let's go. All
Can you go
right,
to can you go to running backs for me?
sir.
Let's go Jaden Blue. It's a little bit high, but this is someone I think is high on the Eagles' radar.
Okay, I like it. Jaden Blue, you are an Eagle. Let's see who just left. Okay, let's see what we got. Um, oh, I do like me some Seth McLaughlin. That might be the pick. I need to take a look at it real quick, but that might be the pick because Ryan Kelly is awesome, but he's a little older, only on a 2-year deal. And McLaughlin has potential. He's not the best center in this draft, obviously, but he does have potential. I think that's where I'm going to go. But let me see my trade offers first. 145. I honestly don't think he makes it that far. So I'm going to go with Seth McLaughlin. Oh, I'm back on the board. Okay. Let's see what we got. Uh-huh. Are any of my corners here that I like? Ooh, when's my next pick? At 187? He's not going to be there. I love what I hear about Quincy Riley. He is a very physical corner, press man. And I think Flores is going to love just his aggressiveness. And we don't really need a starter caliber corner. We just need some depth that can play some snaps whenever someone's gassed or gets a little dinged up. So I'm going to go Quincy Riley here. Boom. All right. Now you're back on the clock with 161 and then 165.
Um, Alrighty. Um let's go to the safety area real quick.
Safeties.
Still not quite yet. And then let's go to inside offensive lineman. Still think that's a little high. Um,
There are zero trade offers right now.
yep. Okay, let's go back to the main one, to the main
Got
screen.
it.
Uh, can we go to cornerbacks?
Corners. That's a great name. Longer beam. Oh, wait, you have the 161, 164, and 165.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
You're going to be picking for a long time.
I just don't feel like that's who they're going to pick for safety. And so that's why I'm trying to like look at the board. I'm trying to think like who it could be.
Right.
And everyone else seems like a little bit for reach. Maybe they go. I like the wide receiver. That's what I was looking at. So can we go to the wide receivers next? Because that's
Ty
I'm liking
Felton?
the. Uh, can you go to the general wide receivers group?
Gotcha.
Hmm. Well, who knows? Let's just go back to the who was the first safety that was showing up. I think maybe they'll
Jordan
go for Jordan
Hancock.
Hancock. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm kind of in and out on him, but we're in the later
hmm
rounds. Let's go for him.
Yeah, we're around five. It's not a bad idea to take a flyer on some guys. Beautiful. All right. Now you got back-to-back picks here.
Yeah, and this one, I think they're going to go for Brandon Crenshaw Dickerson. That's who I think they'll go for.
Okay. From
Um,
Florida. Florida.
Yes.
Okay,
Take
we're
it.
gonna draft that bad boy. All right, back on the clock.
Uh,
You know you want Dylan Gabriel.
Listen, the Howie factory is real, or the QB factory. So you never know.
hmm You
Um,
never know.
who's the one trade offer we have?
Let's take a look. The Chargers at 181.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
You want to take a look at it?
Yeah.
Okay, 199 is a no. 209, high chance.
Mm, let's go for a future pick. Let's see if they'll give us what round? We're the fifth round. See if they give me a fifth round pick.
For next year,
Uh-huh.
it will
And then take
not
off the
be
two,
accepted.
take
Take
off
off
209
209.
with that.
Nope, it will not be accepted.
Mm, 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 mm. What if I give them a seventh for next year for a fifth?
Seven and a five. Nope.
Man, they're firm now. Okay, now let's do one. If
hmm
it's a sixth round pick.
Six round pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Possible.
Man, this team is greedy. Holy smokes. Um, let's see. I'll give him 220 and then I take 256 from them.
220 and 256. Okay.
Yeah,
88%.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Be funny if they declined it, even though it was 88%. All right. Now you're dropping down to 181,
Okay.
and 256, but you picked up a six next year. All right. Now you're back on the clock at 179 and then 181.
Okay. Um, let's go to linebacker.
Back
Not quite for linebackers. And then go back to edge. Oh, actually, there's one other spot I need to look to. Um, okay, not bad, but still not quite yet. Okay, now go to the defensive tackles.
DT. Wow, that one has his picture on it other than the logo.
Yeah,
That's kind
that's
of
crazy.
funny.
I
Oh,
think they go for
Marcus.
Jared Harrison with
Okay.
this pick. Yeah,
SM, I think this is the second SMU guy you picked.
not really trying for that, but you got to trust your board.
Yep. This is how the board fell. All
Um,
right, 181. Oh, Deion Walker just left. Deion Walker's been interesting. He was so hyped at the end of the
yeah.
year, and then going through the programs and off-season stuff, and then the pre-draft stuff, he's dropped dramatically.
Can we go to the wide receiver group?
Wide receiver.
Let's go Andrew Armstrong. I've heard good things about him. I feel like that there's enough upside there for the Eagles to be interested in his potential.
He's got a great first name. Oh, it's back to me. I actually get a pick. Oh, this is my last pick too. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see what we got.
Winners, you are Viking.
I mean, honestly, if they selected a backup quarterback here, I would not be upset. But let me
Get to
see.
put those Aaron Rodgers rumors to bed. Well, it
A
depends on how
hundred
high they
percent.
draft.
100%. Um, so this to me is either going to be one of three positions: backup quarterback, a third running back, or wide receiver depth. Let me just get them all on here. See what we got. Uh-huh. Ooh, I have two trade offers too, but this late in the game, I don't think I'm gonna worry about a trade.
Yeah.
Um, I really like Raheem Sanders, but this might be a little reach for him, and he might be a UDFA. Ooh, Kyle McCord is interesting.
That's a quarterback that has
So,
a ton of potential.
and he has a funny backstory with JJ McCarthy. So they were both recruited to Ohio State. Ohio State went with McCord. And so JJ McCarthy, out of spite and out of competitiveness, went to Michigan so he could never lose to Ohio State, and he never did as a quarterback at Michigan. And to have Kyle McCord be his backup, oh, that'd be hilarious. So I think I'm going to do that.
You're just rubbing salt in the wound for that poor dude.
And JJ McCarthy is so competitive that if he sees this dude in the QB room, it's going to make him play even harder. So boom, I like it. All right, now we're going to 256 for your last pick. Is this the last pick of the draft? Oh, almost. Do you want to trade down with the Chiefs just so you can have the last pick?
No. Uh, who knows, man? Who do I want? Um, let's go with Johnson from Kentucky,
Let's see,
linebacker.
where was it? It's right here.
Jamond.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. And that is our draft. Are we gonna get a grade if we only had two teams? That'd be kind
Oh,
of funny.
dude, I did awful. I feel like I did not do a great job for my board. Tried my best, but
Okay, so it's showing Vikings first. I got A plus for Nolan, B plus, A
jerk.
minus. Few C's. I
Ruined my
got an
whole board.
A. Not bad. Not bad. I'm happy about that. Now let's see about the Eagles. Okay. Okay. I mean, look at this. First three picks. Boom, boom, boom. High grades. You got an A minus. I mean, hey, we both got A's. I think we did great. If
I really
PFF gave
like my
us A's.
value. I feel like I had a good read in the middle. Like I like Roberts, I like Blue.
Uh-huh.
I know they're not high
Uh-huh.
on Blue. I like Hancock. I like Crenshaw Dixon. I feel like that those are like Eagles-esque picks. Harrison
Mm-hmm.
was a flyer. Armstrong, I just feel like there's enough value upside.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the last pick was literally a flyer.
Just yeah, just throw a
And
dart,
man,
see if it
Arroyo did
sticks.
not get nearly enough love. I feel like that's an A pick where he was at. I would take that pick all day,
Yeah.
man. All
Yeah,
day.
yeah. The PFF big board has him 59. You got him at 64, and they still give you a B minus.
Dude, and look at all those picks I piled for next year.
Uh-huh.
Love it.
Typical Howie
Love it, man.
style. All
Hey, those picks,
right.
they're gonna grow.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was awesome. Oh, Vikings, Eagles, 7 round mock draft. Lots of trades, lots of fun. Our next mock draft is going to be a full first round draft of all the teams, and we're going to go crazy. We're just going to get nuts with it. We might have like 15 trades. Who knows? We're going to have fun with it. That'll be our next episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe, share with your family and friends. Get this channel going, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on the next picks, on next draft. And then draft is just around the corner, the real thing. And we're gonna have so many takes, so many comments, so so many opinions on that first round coming on Thursday, and then the rest of the draft is gonna be so much fun as well. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time with our first round crazy trades mock draft.
Thanks, everybody.